Alright, hello and welcome back to the final batch of this bit of the Steins visual novel. We met Mocha and now we're continuing on with Mocha. Don't tell me there is a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. No, we wouldn't want that, would we? No, we would. He's pretty cool. Anyhow, back with the Steins visual novel, let us continue. And now, that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld.
俺はこの町に長く居すぎたのかもしれん。だがそろそろ死ぬ時か。
Okabe says, Gah, I've remained in this town for far too long. I'll need to make plans. That music, I'm telling you, it's something else. So, Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad that...
幻のレトロ PC
Mocha says, you're interrupted, the Phantom Retro PC.
レトロ PC。
Okabe says, Retro PC? She replies with a nod, or something like a nod.
秋葉原のどこかにあるらしくて、それが
Mocha says they say there's one in Akihabara. She's looking for a PC.
そうか。
Okabe says, oh. Nothing about a mad scientist. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a Phantom Retro PC.
幻のレトロ PC というと、キュッパチあたりか？
Okabe says, a Retro PC, you mean like a 98? That's the first model that comes to mind. But are 98s really that hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake.
いいえ、これ
Mocha says, no, this. She turns her phone towards me. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's all blurred out on purpose to make it look like an old photo. It's hard to tell since the picture is monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. Looks like a crazy old PC. Wow. It looks kind of familiar.
IBM 5100
Mocha says an IBM 5100. Interesting. An IBM 5100.
ジョン・タイターが手に入れようとした PC か。
Okabe says that's the computer John Titer tried to get. Interesting. Very, very good build. Her fingers twitch, I think.
見たことは
Mocha asks, you've seen one?
ない。名前を知ってるぐらいだ。
Okabe says, no, I've only heard the name. Coincidence? No.
これもシュタインズゲートの選択かもしれん。
Okabe says this could be the choice of Steins Gate. Steins Gate.
詳しい人知らない
Mocha asks, know anyone who might know?
ダルならば詳しく知っているかもな。
Okabe says Daru probably knows more about it.
そいつは俺のマイフェイバリットライトアームであるスーパーハッカーでな。MI6 の中枢にすらハッキングできる実力の持ち主なのだ。
Alright, Okabe continues. He's my favorite right arm. A super hacker, capable of breaking into even MI6's mainframe. The MI6 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. Alright, MI6. In the UK, United Kingdom, the government organization responsible for foreign intelligence operations. MI6 stands for Military Intelligence Section 6. However, its formal name is the Secret Intelligence Service, SIS. Oop. Go back. 98. A Japanese PC series sold from the mid-1980s to the mid-1990s. It sold so well that at one point it was called the National Computer. Wow. Let us continue. But the super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at May Queen Nyanya. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know. Oh, jeez. Okabe says, well, I'm off, lady. Media scrum and moderation. Let's check that information. Media scrum. During news stories with high public interest, reporters sometimes latch onto persons of interest, bombarding them with questions, prying into their lives, and even camping outside their houses. Good grief. These activities are a serious invasion of privacy and can inflict mental and emotional stress on the subject. Wow. Wow. It reminds me of like people going after celebrities with photos and trash, bombarding them. Just leave them the heck alone. They're people. They're normal people. They just got the fame and money and influence and power. I try to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd. Okabe says, what are you doing? Mocha says, your email. Please. Okabe says, what are you after? Mocha says, the super hacker. I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I think the trap was Luca. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I'm defenseless without him. He's critical. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design. He can't afford to risk losing Daru. Okabe says, I refuse. I'll never give up Daru. I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. This is awkward. She's following me. Not a good sign. I pick up the pace. But she's still chasing me. Stop following me. Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is the picture of me that she took. Okabe, yeah, you still haven't deleted it? Mocha says, tell me, and I'll delete it. She wants the Daru info. Okabe says, you dare blackmail me? Who do you work for? I attempt to glare her into submission. But her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective. Mocha says, She hesitates for a second.
アークリライトのバイト。
She says she works part-time at Arc Rewrite. Now, a fascinating thing, you know, when I saw the anime, I think I was very curious about Arc Rewrite and suspected it to be some absolutely massive, huge project similar to other things. So that would have been fascinating, and I wonder if that would ever be picked up. That would be fascinating. So, not what I expected of it, but nonetheless, really interesting. So she says she works part-time at Arc Rewrite. That's what Mocha says. What's that? Okabe asks.
ヘンプロ秋葉原にある。
Mocha says an editorial company here in Akihabara. One of those companies that writes articles for magazines? Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work? Wait. I jumped the gun on the line. Okabe says, wait, you plan on publishing my picture without permission, don't you? The mad scientist of Akiba, unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice. Okabe says, very well, I accept your terms. At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to her as she enters my info with terrifying speed. Okabe says, of course, this woman is an Esper. Let's look that one up. Esper, a general term for humans who possess supernatural powers. ESP or Esper. Common powers include telepathy, telekinesis, and precognition. Though more exotic powers exist, it is rumored that some Espers even possess the ability to reshape reality with pure force of will. Derives from the term ESP, which stands for extrasensory perception. Very interesting. Very fascinating. Very, very fascinating. In fact, I gotta write that down to do a topic on another video to the channel. Alright, let us continue. I dub her power Shining Finger. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. Jeez. Then why'd he give her her number? Why'd he give her his address? She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds.
名前は
Mocha asks for his name. Name? She says. Okabe says, Hoen Kyoma, mad scientist.
どう書くの
I like how he said his name and then his like career. That's very fancy. Mocha, how is it spelled?
フェニックスの鳳凰に陰、そして凶悪なる真実。
Oh, that's cool. We get the inside info about that name. First, Ho for Phoenix, then In, and finally Kyoma, which means a horrible truth that must never be revealed. That is very fascinating. Mocha, huh?
フェニックスの鳳凰に陰、そして凶悪なる真実だ。
He repeats the line, okay. Ho for Phoenix, and then In, and finally Kyoma, which means a horrible truth that must never be revealed. I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explaining the in part of Hoenn would take too long, so I left it out. Ah. No, I think he was trolling there, actually. I think he doesn't have anything, but he said he did. Alright, she doesn't say anything, just a gesture. Mumble. She enters my name with her head tilted to the side. And with that, we're out of time. We are out of time, so next time we gotta finish with Moeka and move on. So, anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more of the Steins Gate visual novel. It is really, really good. I'm very surprised. Very surprised. It's quite a good experience, despite me holding to the position that a visual novel is a lesser form of media than an anime. So, very interesting. So, I will see you up ahead. Take her cool.